guys, this is Jason Holton from www.GameBeatDotNet and www.noxtech.com. Excuse me while I adjust the camera here a little bit. I just thought I would give everybody some more opinions on the Canon Powershot SX20 IS now that I've been using it for around a month and a half. And it's really kind of a mixed bag of results. I have to say that I'm not quite as pleased with the camera as I was in the beginning, mainly because I've had, you know, all this time to spend with it now, and I've discovered some little quirks and some big quirks, and that kind of soured the experience, the overall good experience of the camera. First and foremost, one of those big sour notes is that for some reason the Canon algorithm for autofocusing is really quirky. And I find this to be true whether you're zoomed all the way out at completely wide angle, or whether you're zoomed all the way in at full telephoto. There are moments when the camera will just totally go blurry, and if you're lucky, you know, you're shooting video or something, if you're lucky, it will slowly bring itself back into focus. If you're not so lucky, then you're going to have to stop the camera, you know, autofocus again and then restart if you're shooting video. Obviously that's not such an issue if you're shooting still photos, because you're constantly autofocusing anyway, or you should be. You know, pressing the shutter button halfway down launches the autofocus algorithm of the camera. So, you know, it's really starting to get on my nerves a little bit. And, you know, it could be possibly my fault. There might be some setting that I haven't changed, or who knows. But all of the relevant settings that I can find in the camera are enabled or set properly. And it may be one of those issues where I need to look at the manual, which, by the way, Canon does not any longer include a big thick user manual with their cameras. You have to look at it on CD or DVD, which really sucks. If I'm paying you know, $400 or $350 for a camera, I should get that big thick paper manual. Let's see, other odd quirks. Well, I don't know if you guys remember this or not. If you watched the original preview and then sort of a review of the camera that I did, you'll remember that I had a problem where I thought the camera was corrupting movie files by shutting the camera down while you're recording a movie file instead of pressing the record button to stop the recording first. Well, turns out that wasn't the problem at all. What the problem was is the camera does not like my, if I can find where it is, y'all have to excuse seeing my big fat butt. There it is. The camera does not like my big 16 gig Transcend memory card. Now this is a Transcend Class 6 memory card. Nothing too special about it. It is pretty much brand new. Well, I mean, I bought it a year ago, but I hadn't really used it that much. It was always my spare memory card when I had the Panasonic. When I used the Panasonic, I had a, I believe it's an A-Data 16 gig card that I would always use. So this was kind of on backup duty. Well, for some reason the Canon just does not like this memory card. It will corrupt movie files willy-nilly, randomly. I found this out the hard way during my recent stints watching my little brother's graduation. There was 2 or 3 videos in there that were just completely corrupt, and there was no way to recover them. Luckily they were really small and weren't significant videos to the graduation ceremony that I was recording, but you know, still pretty annoying. So now I'm down to using an 8 gig Kingston Again, a Class 6 memory card. These are not slow memory cards, these are Class 6. The only thing better is Class 10, and Class 10 is so brand new that the specifications are still being worked out for it, even though you can still find some Class 10 memory cards if you look hard enough. So, kind of bummed out about that, and I don't know what I'm going to do. You know, I don't have money to throw around left and right. It took me months to save up for this camera, especially in the current situation that I'm in. So, you know, I hate throwing another $40 at a 16 gig memory card and have it not work with the camera. That kind of sucks. Now, with that being said, this 8GB card, because of the AVC compression that, or AVC light compression that Canon uses with movies, an 8GB memory card still holds about 40 minutes of video, which is pretty decent. I know there's a couple of other little quirks that I just can't remember right now, and that drives me crazy because that was the whole point of this video. But the main one was the autofocus issue. It's really, really a pain in the ass when it happens. And it's not a physical problem with the camera. I'm fairly positive about that. It's just a problem either in the firmware or just in the general way that Canon does things. I've been so used to the Panasonic, you know, the Lumix FZ28 that I had, 3 years old. I have to say the Lumix FZ28 did a completely stellar job of autofocusing during video compared to this Canon SX20 IS, and I found that really disappointing because I am what could be considered a Canon fanboy. Before I got that Panasonic, Canon was all I would buy. You know, I guess I've been spoiled by the Panasonic, and I have to say that I have seriously considered selling this camera and going for another Panasonic. In fact, Panasonic has a new, what they call a compact ultra zoom, which I believe the model number is TZ8. It's TZ something, TZ38 or TZ58, something like that. Anyway, it's a compact pocketable camera with a 12 times optical zoom, which is amazing, and 720p recording and a stereo microphone, and fairly high quality stereo microphones. Not only that, but the stereo microphones are located on the top of the camera, so it really, really cuts down on the wind noise that you can get while you're walking or, you know, shooting outside. So it's just, I've actually had a chance to play with this camera, have some hands-on experience with this camera, and it's just fantastic, fantastic little camera. So I'm very tempted. I don't know if I will or not, because I sure do like having, you know, an ultra long zoom, and the 20 times zoom on this Powershot SX20 IS is, you know, was the best you can get aside from some, I think there's a Fuji or something out now that has a 30 times optical zoom, but I don't really trust the electronics of that camera all that much. It might be even a Casio, I can't remember, it's just some, you know, third tier brand that, not too good. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap this up. So, you know, overall, I'm still fairly satisfied with the SX20 IS. There are some sour notes that it's hit with me. Anyway, I have some more videos to do, so we're going to cut this one a little short. You guys take care, and as usual, let me know if you have any questions or comments about my videos, or questions or comments about the camera. If you've experienced the issues that I have yourself with the camera and have some insight, I would be more than happy to listen. So please either leave me a comment on the YouTube channel or shoot me an email at jholton@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you. Catch you later.